Millennials spend about $3,000 per year eating out, but with the right strategies, we can cut that number in half. How are you guys doing today? My name is Apple, and today we are filling in the financial gap between schools and the real world. And today what we're talking about is the top 10 ways to save money on eating out as a college student. So like I said, the average millennial spends $3,000 per year on eating out. And this is actually 44% of their entire food budget goes to eating out, which is pretty massive in my opinion. That so much of their food budget goes to eating out rather than buying groceries. But eating out is a huge cost. But there are a lot of significant ways to reduce the amount of money that you're spending on eating out without reducing the quantity or quality of doing so. And that's what I want to share with you guys today. These are just my top 10 ways that I have been implementing throughout my time in college to reduce the amount of money that I spend on eating out every single month, every single week, every single day, honestly. So without further ado, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, share this video with a friend, and let's hop right in. So I just want to say a little disclaimer at the beginning. This is not a video about being stingy. So this is not a video like, okay, never eat out in your life, stay at home, eat ramen all the time, and just never have any fun. No, that's not what we're going to be talking about in this video at all whatsoever. It's not about being stingy, and definitely stick around to the end to get a nice bonus tip that can actually save you tens of thousands of dollars throughout the entire course of your life, not just college. So be sure to stick around for that because that will be coming at the end. All right, so number one is to limit the frequency. So limit frequency. So like I said, this isn't about being stingy. This isn't about never eating out. This isn't about never having any fun. But you do have to look at how often you're actually eating out as a baseline. Just to start out, you got to say, okay, how often am I actually eating out right now? And how is that affecting my current money situation? So personally, what I do, I only eat out on weekends, and I only eat out probably like 1 to 2 times a week. Now, I know that's pretty extreme for a lot of college students. A lot of college students are always eating out, ordering takeout, getting delivery, all that good stuff. But personally, I am not about that. I prefer to cook my own food, and I think I have more fun cooking, and it's cheaper, and it's better food, honestly, than what the same amount of money could buy me elsewhere. So I'm not saying go out and just only eat out once a week starting now. You got to ease into it. You got to definitely ease yourself into more cooking yourself and less eating out because it should be a process. It should not just be like, okay, I'm going to stop eating out today and we're not going to eat out anymore starting now, go. No, that's not going to be sustainable. You got to do what works for you, and generally easing into changes is going to be the best and most effective way to start any kind of change, to get any new habit going. So my first recommendation would just be to ease off of eating out so much, because it can definitely eat into the money that you have each month, like we're going to talk about a little bit later. But definitely ease off of that eating out every single day if that's what you're doing right now. Definitely try to scale back to like maybe 5 times a week, maybe 3 times, maybe 2 times, and just hover around there if that is something that you're able to do. And when you do eat out, in my opinion, you should not substitute eating out for eating in. These should not be interchangeable things. You shouldn't say, okay, am I going to eat in tonight, or am I going to go out and get delivery? That should not be the question. I think eating out should be more of a social activity. I think if you're just making food to eat dinner, I think you should be eating in. However, if you're going out with friends, if you're going to do something social, I think eating out would be a suitable scenario there. But I don't think these should be substitutable things. I don't think you should say, okay, am I going to make food? Am I going to make dinner? Or am I going to get dinner? I don't think that should be the question. I think the question should be, am I going to go out and do something social, or am I going to just make my food myself? That's where I think the distinction should be. I don't think it should be a go out to eat or cook food myself. All right, number 2, this is a really important one, guys. This is probably one of the most important ones on the entire list, and that is drinks. So when I say drinks, I'm talking about anything that is not water. So I'm talking mostly, the 2 things I'm mostly talking about are coffee and alcohol, because that is where students are going to spend the majority of their money on drinks. Coffee, alcohol, maybe like pop if they're a big pop drinker as well. So we'll just break these down one at a time. First, coffee. Make your own coffee at home. Get yourself a nice like French press for like $10. I got one from IKEA for literally $10. So get yourself a nice $10 French press. and get yourself you're making your own coffee instead of going out to Starbucks every day and dropping $10 on coffee in 2 days. You can get a French press for $10 that's going to last you for 2 years. All right, so make your own coffee. When it comes to alcohol, what I say is get your drinks in before or after you go out for a meal, because to be completely honest, that $8 glass of wine you just ordered is coming from an $8 bottle of wine. So if you're able to get your drinks in before you go or after you go, do your pre-game, and as the kids say these days, you're able to save a lot of money, and you're not going to be paying through the nose for that cheap wine that you just ordered from your restaurant, all right? Okay, next, pop. So pop costs restaurants about a couple pennies per glass. So maybe like a cent per your glass of Coke is what it costs the restaurant to make. Because what the restaurant does is they have like the syrup that they mix with carbonated water, and that makes your pop, and they pay so little amount of money for that pop that they charge you like $3 for. So don't buy pop out. If you really need pop, go to like the store and buy like, I don't know, like a 12 pack or like a 2 liter of like the name brand generic stuff. That's going to cost you like, you can go to the dollar store honestly and get like a 2 liter of pop if that's really what you want. If I personally don't drink pop, I don't like how it tastes, to be honest. It's way too sweet for me, and it just I don't enjoy it that much. I am pretty hooked on bubbly water right now though, so like bubbly water with a lemon in it, that just gets me going. It's not very interesting, but maybe throw a lemon in there once in a while, maybe some cucumbers, I don't know, but mostly just water for me. That's able to save me a lot of money in terms of eating out and just groceries as well. Don't have to buy any like pop or anything like that. So it's a good way to save money. Water's free. It's better for you. I would just say recommend water, especially whenever you go out. Don't order drinks. It's going to cost you a lot more. And definitely just get your pre-gaming in or drink after you go out if that's what you want to do. All right, so number 3 is your meal plan. So you got to consider your meal plan when you're eating out. And why do you have to do that? You have to make sure that you're utilizing your meal plan most effectively. So are you actually getting the most bang for your buck with this meal plan? And what that kind of starts with is, did you choose the right meal plan? So how many meals a day do you eat? You got to evaluate this when you're evaluating your meal plans, when you're deciding what meal plan to buy when you're coming to school. Because a lot of schools are going to have like, personally with my school, everything's a la carte. So you just pay for whatever you buy. So you go in and you like buy like a hamburger and like a salad, and you just pay for those individually. I know some schools have like meal swipes where you like swipe in to the dining hall and then you get like unlimited food, and then you just get a certain number of meal swipes per week. So if you're getting a meal plan with a certain number of meal swipes, know how often you want to eat a meal. Do you eat breakfast? Do you generally eat 3 meals a day? Do you generally just eat whenever you're hungry? These are definitely considerations to take into account. Do you prefer to just snack on stuff? Do you prefer to have like big meals at like an all-you-can-eat like meal swipe type thing? Or do you just prefer to snack on stuff as you please? These are definitely considerations to take into account when you are choosing that meal plan. Definitely want to look at, do you get like a certain number of meals per week? How do you want to allocate those? Do you want to make breakfast yourself? So if you can like get a cheap breakfast that you enjoy, then you can definitely cut down on that expense there, and you can save a lot of money on your meal swipes. You can have more meal swipes for when you actually want them, rather than using them up for like breakfast and stuff like that. All right, number 4 is cooking with friends. So I think cooking with friends is a great option for college students because it provides you with a lot of benefits. First off, it allows you to learn how to cook. So learning how to cook with friends is so much more enjoyable than just like struggling through it on your own. Everyone's got their own backgrounds and their own histories and knows how to cook different stuff, has their own tips and stuff that they can share with you. So cooking with friends is a great way to learn how to cook. It's a great way to spend a night or a weekend night learning how to cook, cooking a meal with people. And it's just a great time all around. It's a great way to unwind after a busy week or get yourself eased into the next week. And I think cooking with people, it's a great way to bring people together and provide a great sense of community among people, especially like in a dorm or something like that. Cooking with people is a great way to form bonds with people for the long term. And if you're able to split costs with people, that's beneficial as well, because then each of you is only paying like half as much. And it's a great way to combine resources and just get everybody together, have a good time, and cook something delicious with your friends. All right, number 5, this one's really big. Not a lot of people know about this, is student discounts. So obviously everybody knows that there are some places where you can get a student discount. But where can you actually get a student discount? I'm about to lay it down for you. Okay, so there are a bunch of places where you can get 10% off your food if you're a student. Let me list these out for you right now. All right, first one is Arby's. Next one is Buka, B-Dubs, Burger King, Dairy Queen, Dunkin' Donuts, Firehouse, McDonald's, Pizza Hut, Subway, Taco Bell, Waffle House. All of these places will offer you a 10% off at participating locations, obviously. So not every location does this, but a lot of locations for each of these chains that I just told you about are going to offer student discounts. You just got to ask them, show them your student ID, and they will just knock 10% off your bill. So that's really convenient. Get your like dollar menu for like a 90-cent menu. Get your like Waffle House for cheap. Never been there before, but I've heard it's pretty wild. Get your Taco Bell, get your Doritos tacos for cheap. All that good stuff you can get for 10% off. All right, the next category of student discounts is getting a free drink. And there's 3 main places that I know of that offer free drinks for students. And those are gonna be Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, and Qdoba. So if you go there and you show them your student ID, they'll give you a free like fountain drink. So you can get your free like lemonade, iced tea, whatever. If you show them your student ID, which is really cool because I mean, drinks out, like we just talked about, are pretty expensive. So getting that free $3 like iced tea or whatever can really add up over time. And it might not seem like a lot, but a free $3 drink here and 10% off there really can add up over time. And I mean, it's free money, so why not take it? Why not just use your student discount if you're going there anyways? Definitely don't go out of your way to like get a 10% discount. Don't justify like going to, I don't know, Pizza Hut because you're gonna get 10% off. But if you're gonna go there, be sure to use your discount because you do have one. All right, number 6 is apps. So there are a lot of good apps that can actually save you money eating out as a student. And let me just cover those individually. All right, so I got 4 main apps that you can really take advantage of as a student in saving money for your eating out. All right, first one is called Pocket Points. And if you're on a college campus, you've probably heard of Pocket Points before. It's an app where if you keep your phone off during class, it actually gives you points that you can redeem at local coffee shops or like restaurants and stuff like that to get discounts on your food. So I know there's a bunch of coffee shops on campus where if you get like a certain amount of points, you can get a free drink. So that's a cool way to just save money on eating out. Keep your phone in your pocket while you're in class and you get rewarded with points. So that's a good one. Next one is Hooked. So what Hooked does is it just advertises restaurants' deals. It just aggregates them all into one place on your phone. So you can just pull out your phone and say you're about to go out and you can see where the deals are right now that are on. So there might be like half-price drinks somewhere or like 50% off appetizers another place. So just be sure to, with that app, it just shows you where the deals are so you can know, okay, I'm going out to eat right now. Where should we go to get the best deals? That's a good way to use the app Hooked. Next one, I'm again a little bit biased on this one because I used to work for them, but I still do enjoy their app. It's called Mucho, and it allows you to, it's used for grocery stores and restaurants, and it allows you to get rewards by spending a certain amount at certain restaurants. It's basically like a cashback reward system type thing. So you just use that, you pay with your phone, and you get rewards. That's pretty cool. And last is Groupon. So I mean, everybody's heard of Groupon. But it's a great way to get discounts at restaurants that might be a little more pricey. If you're going to try to take out a date to a restaurant, maybe trying to get sushi or something, you can definitely get a Groupon for that and get some nice discounts off of your food. So those are some apps that I would recommend for college students to get discounts on their eating out. Next one, number 7, is being a mystery diner. So if you've never heard of a mystery diner before, that's all right. I wasn't super familiar with the term. I'd heard of a mystery shopper, and it's basically the same thing. So with a mystery shopper, what you do is you go to a store and you buy something, and what you do is you write up a report afterwards. You send it to, usually it's the store owner who like hires mystery shoppers to like do little reports and stuff because they want to know how their store is actually being run. Same thing with the restaurant. So the restaurant owner will like hire somebody to be a mystery diner. Go in, they'll pay for your dinner, they'll buy you food, and you get to order something, and you just basically afterwards you write a report on the service you got and everything you observed, so that the owner can see how their store is actually being run and whether or not their people there are doing a good job and keeping their brand up the way they want it to be kept. So that's a good way to get a free meal. You just have to write like a little report on your experience, which is fine. I've never done it before, but I've been a mystery shopper before. And that was a good experience for me. I got some free stuff, so it's a good way to get free stuff, free food, by writing a little report about what you experienced there. And also, you can tell your friends you're a food critic, even though that's kind of a lie, but you could still tell your friends you're a food critic because you get to write reports on restaurants. All right, number 8 is email lists. So personally, every time it is my birthday, I get so much free stuff sent to my inbox from restaurants. It is just mind-boggling. So if you get on email lists for restaurants, some people are like hesitant to give out their emails. They're like, I don't know, I don't want to get spammed. I'm like, I don't really care that much, to be honest. I'll take free food if it means I get a couple extra emails every year. But I'm on a couple email lists right now, and because of that, on my birthday, I get so much free stuff. I think this past year on my birthday, I got some IHOP, I got some free bagels from Brugger's, I got some free coffee from, I think, Caribou and Starbucks, actually. I got 2 free drinks. And I got some free appetizers from, I don't even remember where. But if you plan your day right on your birthday, you can just get so much free food. There's so many resources. I'll link some in the description below on just ways that you can find out where the free stuff is on your birthday. But get on these email lists, and when your birthday comes around, they'll be sending you so much free stuff, you won't even be able to eat it all. It's going to be great. I guarantee you that. All right, number 9, free food is good food. So free food. But where do you get the free food? That might be your question. All right, so here is one place where I got free food. I went to a poultry club meeting. Believe it or not, there is a club on Madison called Poultry Club, where they basically talk about the entire poultry industry. It's a bunch of people, well, not a bunch of people, there's like 6 people in the club, but 6 people who talk about how they feel about poultry, the poultry industry, and people who are interested in getting involved in the poultry industry. I showed up to their first meeting right when school started just for the free B-dubs, guys. So I showed up, got some free B-dubs, learned a little bit about chicken, and then I dipped. So, I mean, I'm completely, like, no shame with getting my free food. People do know me as, like, the free food hookup because I got my ear to the pavement when it comes to free food, and I'm always on the lookout for some free food. Also, welcome week. So, welcome week, first week you're on campus as a freshman. There is so much free pizza to be had, guys. Let me tell you. You can get at least, like, 5 free meals of pizza each day for the first week because there are so many clubs doing like their kickoff meetings and just offering free pizza, and it's a great time, guys. I promise you that. If you're into pizza, you can get so much free pizza. You can just like make every single meal out of it for your first pretty much full week at campus, maybe a week and a half to be honest. But yeah, free pizza at least 4 or 5 times a day. And there are a bunch of clubs that do actually provide free food on a more regular basis throughout the year as well. So one of the clubs that I really like, and I actually did a speaking event for this club a couple weeks ago, is called Campus Kitchens. So what they do is they sort of repurpose the food from the dining halls that would have gone to waste at the end of the night, and they turn it into a free community meal. So they just offer a free meal every single week that students can rely on, and they can go there for a free meal every single week, which is a great resource to students as well. Additionally, I just found out that there's this Lutheran Student Center on campus that offers a free lunch Monday through Friday that I went to for the first time yesterday, and it was super cool. There's a lot of cool people there. It's not, I kind of was hesitant to go at first because I thought it would be kind of preachy. I mean, I'm not really a religious person, but I'm open to new ideas, so I was definitely fine if there was like a service included with this, but they really just give out the free food, and then you just sit down at a table, you like talk to some people, or you don't, or you just sit there and like watch YouTube videos. But it's a really cool resource. They provide free lunches to students every single Monday through Friday, so that's a really cool resource as well. All right, so my last tip, my number 10, this one's probably my favorite, is to work at a restaurant. So this is what I do, and this is where I definitely get the majority of my free food as a student, all right? So I work at this restaurant. It's called Mad Seafood Boiler. It's this restaurant in Madison that serves seafood and sushi. So as you can imagine, not the most college student-friendly food there. I mean, it's expensive. Like seafood and sushi, those are like 2 of the like most expensive things other than like steak. So it's definitely an expensive place to go, and our target audience is definitely not students. But as a person who works there, at the end of the night, we get some free food, a decent amount of free food at that. So every single night I work there, I get a free dinner. So that's at least like 4 free dinners every single week. So definitely a good resource if you're able to get a job at a restaurant. definitely is going to let you get a lot of free food, and it's going to let you learn about the restaurant scene in your city a lot better, learn where the deals are to be had, learn where the good food is, honestly. So I think that's a really good way to save money on your eating out as well. If you get a job at a restaurant, you get to learn more about the industry and get some free food in the process. All right, so I promised you guys a bonus tip, and I do still have that, so here it is. My bonus tip for saving tens of thousands of dollars, not only in college, but throughout the course of your life. It is, when you're eating out, drink water. All right, guys, so like I said before, you got to be drinking water when you're out because it's going to save you so much money. I mean, I made a whole video about how drinking coffee out every single day can actually cost you millions of dollars throughout the course of your life. And it's no different for like pop or beer or anything. Drinking stuff that's not water when you're out is going to cost you so much more. You're paying so much more for it than you need to be. I mean, honestly, just look at when you're at like a sports game and you're paying like $10 for like a bottle of water when you can just go to the drinking fountain and get it for free. So just carry around a water bottle with you. Drink lots of water. It's good for you. It's free. And it's going to save you so much money throughout the course of your life when you're not paying a ridiculous amount for drinking when you are out. I mean, definitely drink whatever you want when you're at home, but when you're out, just drink water. It's going to save you so much money, and it's really not worth it to be drinking anything else, in my personal opinion, because it will cost you so much more to do it when you're out than when you are at home. All right, guys, so that was my top 10 ways to save on eating out as a college student. I really hope this brought you some value, and I thank you for sticking around. If it did bring you value, please do remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, share this video with a friend. I will see you guys tomorrow, and until next time.